Hello and welcome to my channel. This week I am Grant Burton and today I have a story to tell you. So a few weeks ago, very normal day as it was, I decided I wanted to get Dropbox onto my computer. The reason for that, complicated story, long story short, is I needed Dropbox to connect to my computer so I could then use my new teleprompter and send files to that, and yeah. Bottom line is I needed Dropbox on my computer. So I downloaded Dropbox onto my computer. Only thing is my computer is a little on the old side, let's say. It's a few years old, more than a few years actually, it's probably more than 5 years old. So it's been a while. Downloading Dropbox, specifically the app Dropbox, was one task too many for my computer. Everything slowed down, everything was crashing, it just was not working at all, and it was very apparent that I needed to get rid of Dropbox. I could not have it on my computer. I could still use the website version of it, the internet-based version of it, just not the app itself. And that was fine. So I went in the process of backing up all my important files, so things like stories, scripts, and whatever else, CVs, resumes, all of that stuff, all the actual meaningful personal stuff, I backed that up as I always do anyway. I then went into looking into Dropbox and see how exactly to get rid of it. I done all of the processes necessary to get rid of it, but then also keep my files and my documents safe. Because for some reason Dropbox, if you don't know what Dropbox is, it is a little known thing, I suppose. It's not really, but it's a little known thing. Dropbox is essentially a way of backing up all your data and files to make sure they are safe. Great, everyone could use something like that. The only problem is that Dropbox, instead of being like a backup resource, it's more of an alternate way of storing your data and files. Just you're doing it online instead of on a physical hard drive. So when you get Dropbox, it basically transfers all of your data, all your files, from your computer into this cloud-based service. Now, if you want that, that's great, that's fine. But the problem is, when you get rid of Dropbox, you're also getting rid of all of the files and content because it's no longer on your computer. And I tried to do that. Apparently there are ways in which you can not do that, and there are ways in which you can save the files on your computer but just get rid of the app Dropbox, and that's exactly what I was trying to do, but it just didn't work out. And by the time I realized what was happening, well, about 90% of all of the files on my computer, gone. So yeah, maybe it's my fault, maybe it's Dropbox's fault, maybe it's my computer's fault, maybe it's a little bit of all of them. I don't know. Bottom line is, my computer, 90% of the stuff is just gone. So how does this pertain to you, the viewer of my YouTube content? Well, basically, all of the images that I use, the logos, the music, the backing songs, everything that's there to help make my videos is gone essentially. All of my archive video content, so everything I've ever filmed before and put onto YouTube, all of that's gone. And it's really inconvenient. Of course, all of my personal stuff, all of my important stuff is being backed up, so on a personal level, I'm personally fine. It's just a bit of a clot to try and get it all back onto my computer. So, what this means is that in the next few weeks, while I build up my assets again, while I get everything back on track, I can't guarantee that all the content you're going to be seeing in the next few weeks will be to the usual standards. They might not look the same, they might not sound the same. Now, there's more to this story, which is where it's going to take an even darker turn. So let me get to that. So, after this happened, I then went to update my editing software to the latest version. Because the editing software I had, it kept crashing on the most recent update, so I thought, right, I need to update this again to hopefully prevent it from crashing, hopefully to get it working a bit more stably, as you would. Only problem is, when I tried to download this update, apparently one of the things that was deleted from my computer was my administrative rights and authority on my computer. My own computer no longer recognized me as the owner of the computer, so it was not letting me download anything onto my computer anymore. which is really inconvenient. Now, what's really, really inconvenient and annoying and a bit messed up, I think, is that to download the update for my editing software, you first have to get rid of the editing software. You get rid of the old version and download the new version. It's not like just adding on a layer to the old version. So, as I download this new update, it gets rid of the old version, and then about 90% through, it finally figures out, oh no, you actually don't have permission to do this because you've deleted it. And there's no way for me to get it back. It's not in like my recycle bin or anything like that. So basically I'm now left with no editing software. And I can't get any new editing software because, well, all of the stuff that says that I have permission to do that is gone somehow. And maybe there is a workaround about this, I don't know, I'm not really all that tech savvy when it comes to computers and all of that stuff, but the bottom line is I have no editing software anymore. So not only do I not have the assets to actually put into my usual YouTube content, I now don't have the software to actually edit that content anyway. So what you're seeing right now is a completely unedited video of me because I cannot edit. You're going to see me awkwardly shift over to the computer and start recording, and then at the end you're going to see me awkwardly shift over the computer again and stop recording. So what does this mean for you yet again is that in the next few weeks the content that I'm making is not going to be fancily edited, it's not going to have images, it's not going to have inserted videos. The music is going to be inserted into the live recording rather than added afterwards, so the volumes might not be great. I'm hoping you can actually hear me now. Fingers crossed, I could do with some luck in that regard. So, no editing software, no images, no videos, nothing like that. Now luckily I do have still all of the advanced recordings of stuff. So anything that hasn't been edited, anything that I had planned to release in the next few weeks is still there. I just can't edit it. Now I'm not going to release that content though, because I really want to edit it. And I had some stuff that was already planned to be released onto my channel regardless, only certain things that turns out, copyright strikes and all that, I need to take it down again and then edit it. Well, I'd rather edit it myself rather than let YouTube edit it, so that stuff's not going to be published anyway, either. So that's that, basically. The next few weeks, all of my content isn't going to look or sound the same because of that, until I get things up and running again. Now, you're probably thinking, well, how's this going to fix if you can't download new editing stuff? Well, I've been building a new computer. The first time I've ever built a computer. And turns out it's tough. It's frustrating, it's confusing, it's nerve-wracking because, well, I don't know yet if when I push the on button, it's actually going to turn on. And if I do push the on button and it turns on, I don't know if it's all going to run well. So fingers crossed again that that works out. So basically, until I get this new computer up and running, which will actually be later today as of recording, all of my content might not look or sound the same for the next few weeks until I get things on the roll again. And hopefully if this new computer is up to scratch, if it works well, it should do. I've followed the manuals as best I can, figuring out all of the PCIe's and Molexes and all the different input stuff. Hopefully my content will actually look better and sound better than usual. But that might be a couple of weeks off because I do have to catch up on things. I do have to download all the new stuff onto the new computer, get all the assets again and figure things out. So that's the end of the story basically. And it's basically just me saying, just be aware, the content you're getting in the next few weeks is not up to the standards that I would like it to be. It's not up to the standards that you probably expect from me. So yeah, I do apologize for that. Some of it is definitely my fault, being an idiot. But hey, that's how it is, and yeah. I suppose thanks for watching. If you are interested in all of my computer escapades, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @the_Grant Burton if you want. I'd appreciate any of that. And of course, stick around on my YouTube channel and subscribe to my content. It will get better again in at least a few weeks, maybe even a couple of weeks, maybe even next week, who knows. Because like I said, today I'm actually going to be putting the computer into work and see if it actually turns on. It's all built, I have built it now. It's just a case of putting it together. But until next time, thanks for watching. And now I shift over to turn off the recording.